So this is the fourth instalment of the ADHD Awareness Month special episodes from the community. So if you're a first-time listener of ADHDAF, this isn't the usual episode. This is a mini episode as part of a mid-series mini-series created for ADHD Awareness Month, the theme of which this year is Awareness is Key. So what you're going to hear are 3 snippets from 3 legends, 3 conversations had with ADHDAF online peer support community members. I asked them what their key piece of awareness they would like raised for ADHD Awareness Month. Having always said that ADHD services need to be patient-led, nothing about us without us, it's time to hear from the people who listen to and support the ongoing production of this podcast. Those who have received validation from the conversations held over 2 years on this platform, the peers supporting each other in the absence of adequate support. I wanted to use the platform the best way that I could, so I wanted to amplify the voices of those that have gone unheard for far too long. These very special episodes will be shared sporadically throughout ADHD Awareness Month, interspersed with the usual weekly episode. Like yesterday, I interviewed Jane Walsham, the mother of Jodie, who allowed me to share her story. It's a really, really important episode. If you've not had a listen, I would really love it if you would. But it is an emotional episode, and with that in mind, please do have a read of the description to avoid hearing topics you might find triggering before listening on. In yesterday's episode, I announced the charity ADHDAF Plus, which is dedicated to Jodie Walsham, to all of our absent friends, and to what I jokingly refer to as our absent-minded friends, the Leopard Print Army. And now let's hear from 3 Leopard Print Army legends, sharing what the world needs to hear this ADHD Awareness Month.
I'm Marianne. I'm 41. I was diagnosed this year sometime, I can't remember when, with combined ADHD. What I would like people to know is it's not a fucking joke. It can be utterly debilitating some days, and the frustration that comes from that really impacts kind of who you are as a person. I think like not being diagnosed for so long, it's definitely shaped who I am, and in terms of like how you feel about yourself, self-esteem is, cripplingly low. It's impacted my mental health, and I know that I'm not alone in that. That's something that people don't seem to realize. Like it's really impacted on being able to function as a human. Still, people kind of laugh about it because you forget things, or you've lost something again, or whatever, or you're late again. But I think kind of trying to sort of accept that my brain is the way it is a really difficult thing. It's really hard work to sort of accept that that is who I am. And it's exhausting as well. It's on a day-to-day basis, like how much harder stuff is than for other people. And then your sort of feelings of guilt and shame about not being able to just do things that other people can just do easily. There's 2 of us in this house and both of us are neurodivergent, and it's just bloody chaos all the time.
Hi, my name is Jenny. I'm 38 years old. I am Costa Rican and I currently live in Boston, Massachusetts, in the US. I am a data journalist during the day. I was diagnosed with ADHD in January of 2023, so I was still 36 back then. A few short months after, I was diagnosed with autism as well. I would say that even though there are the common symptoms that can be used for diagnosis, it looks very different on everybody. We don't just come in one presentation, but rather we all have different levels of different things, and then our personalities can even show differently to the outside world. There are many of us walking around the world that are like, quote unquote, fully functional people. We're not really addressed or helped in any way because we are able to hold a job sort of and have a life sort of, but the internal struggle is still there. So it's all different presentations and levels of struggle and different strengths and weaknesses, you could say.
Hi, I'm Kim Pierpoint. I'm 53 years of age and I'm based in Wiltshire in the UK. My diagnosis came at 51 at the same time as hitting perimenopause. And my discoveries were many, but the one that really sticks to mind that I want people to know about is the impulsivity. that manifests in my life, and it manifests in many, many ways. I've always been an impulsive shopper, and I've always ended up hiding most of my shopping because I just love the thrill of buying. Often I don't even want the product that I buy, but I love the thrill of buying. But my impulsivity manifests in other ways as well. So under the influence of alcohol, I can be really impulsive and risk-taking, whether or not that means doing silly things, finding myself in dangerous places, being with people that I don't really know. But impulsivity manifests in different ways for many, many people. I don't know if I can control it. I don't know if I want to control it. But what I do know is that I now actually understand when I walk into a shop, and even if I haven't got the money in my pocket, I buy plenty of items. I understand now that it's all about the dopamine kick for me. And that's what I get, is a big dopamine kick. So I'm Kim Pierpoint, yoga teacher, midlife empowerment coach, and an ADHD advocate.
So enormous thanks to the wonderful Maz, our Marianne, Jenny in Brooklyn, and our Kim Pierpoint, the legendary Kim, who I do the ADHDAF retreats with, who also runs the self-care club in the community. What a bunch of legends. Thank you so much to all of them and to all of the community for all of their support and for helping me raise ADHD awareness this month. And it is so crucial that we do. And I would be so incredibly grateful if you could also help me by sharing this episode and by hitting those stars or writing a review. I really want to get these mini episodes spread far and wide because each contains such important messages that society really needs to hear, and from the people whose voices have gone unheard for too long. If you would like to connect with a whole host of like-minded legends, like our Marianne, Jenny and Kim, you can join the online peer support community via the link in the show notes, where you will also find a link to free and immediate support. We invite you to join us, the Leopard Print Army, on Friday, the 25th of October for the 3rd annual ADHD AF Day, in which we paint the world leopard print to raise ADHD awareness. All you need to do is stick on at least, though multiple are preferable, one leopard print item on this day to stand in solidarity, and post a selfie or video sharing what you would most like the world to know about ADHD. Then just tag ADHDAF podcast, hashtag ADHDAF Day, and I will reshare your messages. Myself and the Leopard Print Army, thank you for your support. Let's join forces and get the world to listen to us this ADHD Awareness Month. Lives literally depend on it.